Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Blind. We've got a book, but we also have a different book, leather, from our level 5 quest, and this hat, which is the only low-level hat that we have. It does some tiny amount of defenses. It's something. Look at our new book. Wow. Anyways, level 10 Arcanist quest here. Tactical planning. Get some more XP and a new book. And some money, I guess. Acting Guildmaster Thurigim wishes to assess the improvement of your Arcanima skills. Assess away. Yes, Artich? It's time for your next lesson is upon us. You're keeping well, I trust. Taking the occasional brisk walk. One cannot form sound thoughts if one fails to maintain a sound body. Now, assuming you've been following Kalia's instructions, you should be ready to face the more dangerous threats found in western Lanasia. Speak of roselings and wild jackals, and yes, I would have you vanquish 3 of each. It's a perfect sample size. The first acts as a preliminary test case. Second, test your hypotheses. Third, to perfect the tactics you've devised. Speaking of which, I trust your strategy will consist of more than simply flinging ruin over and over again. You're not the novice you once were. Your skills in the field ought reflect that. If you find yourself wanting for other approaches, consider an assault with ruin in tandem with your attacks from your carbuncle. When timed appropriately, you can deal a crippling blow to your opponent. Kinda. We can eventually cast the red one in attacks. Rush the target and deals fire damage. And then we can do some of these, do some fire damage. Also have this and these. With the ether flow gauge and this gauge and ruin stuff and things. Yep. There's some stuff going on. Going over here. Teleport. I'll do just nicely. See what we can get up to here. Help time. Summon the carbuncle. Yep. And if this extra bar, which doesn't really seem to do much. Original is just this basic guy doesn't really seem to actually do things. That's that. You can cast that twice. And that is on cooldown for a while. This. You have to wait for that gauge to go away. Ruin. Ruin. We can do this. Get some fire attacks. Bam. Jackals over here. Also fade happening. That's worth. Cool. You can kind of start moving halfway through the casting or something. What are you targeting? Target this. When can we start going? Racing. But it's slightly more mobile than it originally looks. We go too soon now. It doesn't work. Very odd. Now we're waiting. He's just hanging out. He's having a good time. Shredding wheat. Some jackals. Okay, that's the one fire guy. Very slow attack. Fire this. Into this one. This is definitely more reactive here. Just cast this every minute, then instant 2 of these. 1 second cast. Recast time. pretty effective. Most of the time we are just kind of sitting around casting Ruin over and over. Like they said not to, but, you know. We work with what we got here. I need to wait. Too far away. Snap, they go into attack. It's a very slow fire spell. Another slow fire spell. This one just works. They complete. Unexpected 200, and then 2 quick 340 blasts. That's the part that really works here. Stronger than anything else we got. Let's report back to the guild. We couldn't stay out here and wait to level 15 or whatever, but we can go get the new book or something. That'd be good too. We can go look at the hunting log. All kinds of options. Mechanic skill. Welcome back. How did it feel to conquer such ferocious foes? Let's ride that wave of triumph onto a more demanding and dangerous challenge. Next training exercise will have you accompanying Forcier Clan on one of her inspections. This experience will afford you the opportunity to witness firsthand the particular application of Arcanima. Pray do not tarry, Arctic. Kyle awaits you on the floor below with further details. They're down here. This is the downstairs carbuncle arena or something. Just hanging out. Hello. Alright. A timely appearance, as I expected. Shall proceed directly to the job at hand. A task to examine the wares of a goblin peddler caravan run by the Boylestocks family. Our agents suspect these beastmen merchants of dealing in forbidden goods. As such, I've calculated that announcing an inspection has a 60% chance of inviting physical violence. I've prepared a strategy to respond to this possible shift into hostilities. There is an important precondition you should be made aware of before we discuss the finer points of my plan. Though I'm considered gifted in the formation of tactics, I lack the reflexes and coordination necessary to employ many of those self-same strategies on the field of battle. Pray keep this factor in mind and adjust your preconceptions accordingly. Now, should the goblins offer battle, you text you combat pattern 1354, otherwise known as stratagem focus fire. Your carbuncle will concentrate your attacks on a single foe, and one by one, the enemy will wither under their combined onslaught. Probably a victory, 95%. Reports place the peddlers in the vicinity of the cookpot in Middle Lenasia. I'll depart immediately to assess the situation. Seek me out once you arrive. Alright. Doable. Teleport. Focus fire is obviously going to be the choice. I don't really have any AoEs just yet. Up here. Fate happened here. That guy's dead. Not my problem. Here is some guys. Blam. Ruin these guys. It's not even the right one of these. Stand in the damage. Still have not gotten to that extra grounded pirate over there. We need to hit. We're getting to it. We're getting to it. Don't worry about it. Yeah. There you go. And now, these guys over here. There we go. Level syncing and all that. We're not over leveled for it, so it's fine. I am Forcier, Clan of Milvan's Gate. You to cease all transactions and surrender your goods for inspection. Nasty sneaky peepers. Can we spit up under nosy eyes on stabby iron? A predictably aggressive response. Very well, Arctic. Remember what we discussed. And we wait for the spire to go down for him to do anything. Are you doing something? He's standing there. Save the fire attack for the last one here. Fire! Attack one time. Switch to evasive maneuvers. Alright. There's some fire for you. Even with a little bit of the ability to move, unless it's partially cast, it's definitely still not actually moving and casting at the same time. There is a difference still. Throwing bomb blasts is top priority. Interrupt casting if you must. No. Yeah, Topaz Carbuncle. Wow. That's for the new tactic. Battlefield is yours. I'm gonna cast Ruin a bunch of times. Fire! Fire! There we go. We good? Duty complete. Nicely done. Adaptation, improvisation. We have been observing our beloved Guildmaster himself in action. This was the perfect example of how the strategy for a given task should be tailored to the abilities of the assessor. In other words, before you begin formulating your tactics, it's necessary to fully understand your own strengths and weaknesses. On that note, there's another question I ask of you. When it comes to improving the probable success of a strategy, do you consider it more effective to concentrate on planning to your strengths or shoring up your weaknesses? I'll go for enhancing strengths. Oh, again you respond as the Guildmaster once did. Must revise the probability for your potential to attain greatness to 97%. You're one to keep an eye on, that much is certain. But to return to the subject of battle plans, calculations must include an accurate assessment of your available techniques and their relative effectiveness. This requires you to be critically aware of your own limits, limits of your allies, characteristics of your enemies. I believe that covers everything for today. Please return to the guild and make your report to Mistress Thumberdrim. Until next we meet. Shall abide here until the Yellow Jackets arrive to take the peddlers into custody. My strategies will keep me company. Back to the guild. That we can do. Teleport. And then teleport again. Right at the top there. Not downstairs. Back from the field, I think. Kyla had contacted me with a summary of events. Seems you were treated to a lecture on knowing thyself. That particular lesson is ordinarily taught only to intermediate practitioners. Without a sufficient store of combat experience from which to draw, it's difficult to fully appreciate the profundity of such a seemingly simple truth. Nevertheless, I feel confident you will soon be ready for a more ambitious assignment. Keep to your studies and maintain the razor edge of your mind. We get an engraved leather grimoire. Getting fancy. Take some money thingies. Get level 12. Equip a new grimoire. It's a book. Get your set for Arcanist. We got a new thing. Resurrection. Resurrects a target to a weakened state. Oh, wow. There's more. These. 8-second cast. It's Arcanist, something and such. Got it. So we got some healing abilities here on the purported DPS. I guess we can kind of do both. I mean, healers can also do some DPS, so it's here and there. Okay. So now we have level 15 for the next bit here. Show the incomplete stuff. Melanasia Zephyr Drift. Let's go there. Zephyr Drift's out that way. Now we'll complete the rank 1 hunting log here. We'll destroy some lost lambs, as you do. Yeah. Look at that guy. I'm messing with that. There's the lambs. Bam. 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 Where's the other lamb? Another rank unlocked. Yeah. Guess one. Something long. Yeah. Western, lower, western, western. Lower, western, western. West, 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 and upper. Twice Alasia. Horstone. Huh. Yeah, before unlocking rank 2, these would have been available as targets. Let's see. Fat Dodo. We're getting things. We're getting lots of things in the inventory. It's getting very full. Oh. Let's get some stuff out of here. Inventory is too full. Got it. 13. Some mint, and a fang, and some blood, and a leaf, and a horn, and some meat, and some things, and some stuff. Saddlebags, here's this. Okay. Beautiful. Jekyll. Here's some sewer moles. Fire! Some bonus fire! Bop, bop, bop. Chopo has left the battle. We can bring them back in. Help a little bit. Get screams. Got a whole party here. It's a party. Okay. Get more things. And you guys? More fat dodos. Buzzards. Fire! There's a fade happening here. It's gonna be done in a minute though, so. That's no good. Zap, zap, zap. The burst damage there, my goodness. Very effective. This going. It's more of a defensive thing. Level 14. Anything new? Not yet. Oh, this game. Lower, lower. Go to Skull Valley for that one. Skull Valley. Skull Valley, Skull Valley. Let's stuff down in Skull Valley to go fight. Let's touch on that. Don't worry about that. Oh. There's one of the enemies we need to fight. Here with this whole mess. And of course they're attacking too. Oh wait. What's this? Gradually restore MP. Yeah. Assuming we get to the point where we actually are low on MP. Which is quite the assumption here. Charging up. One more of these guys here. One more of those puck hatching guys. There we go. Fire! Let's get that. Bam. Here. Can't use that yet. Like in combat to actually use that one. Just delay things a little bit. And red. And fire. Yep. Oh, level 15. There we go. New stuff? Well, a bunch of new stuff. Got Plundered Grimoire. New stuff. Acolyte robes. Brand new race ramp. 100 earrings. It's a whole new set. Fancy Grimoire. I'll take your set. Now in blue. Return for level 15 quest. I think it's level 16 to to start the dungeon bit, though. We can get that, though. No problems. Can't skill. Oh. In theory, getting into the more magical variety of things for the sets here would make sense. Topaz teachings. Here is summon Topaz and stuff. Acting Guildmaster Thurigam wishes to inform you of an important task. You seem tired. Are you sleeping properly? One's reasoning can suffer without sufficient rest and recuperation. Should you deem yourself fit for duty, pray make your way down to the practice floor. Forcier, Klein, has requested you accompany her on another official inspection. There is, however, a requirement for your participation. The Forcier will explain the situation. Okay. Well, let's see. Down we go. Jump through here. Totally necessary. I was beginning to think I'd miscalculated. Thank you for coming. I'll soon be boarding a trading vessel suspected of smuggling. All merchant ships that make use of Limsa Lominsa's ports are subject to inspection by Melvin's Gate assessors. It's routine I perform daily. In the case of smugglers, however, there's a 75% probability of encountering resistance. Thus, I'd appreciate your company during this assignment. It's now that we must discuss the requirement of which you were informed. Though I have full confidence in your martial expertise, it's imperative that you first acquire the ability to summon Topaz Carbuncle. Such knowledge will be released to you, contingent on your acceptance of this duty. Yep. Very good. The arcane entity given form by the Topaz geometry will further expand your offensive capabilities. With such an ally at your command, even the harshest of enemies will falter before you. Indeed, we could not conduct these dangerous spot inspections without its support. Please return to Mistress Thebgam and inform her of your participation. I'll join you once I've completed some final adjustments to my tactical formula. Okay. You want to do the thing we told you to do? Yes. Okay. You've agreed to accompany the Forcier, and I shall gladly instruct you in use of Topaz Carbuncle. Pray do not hesitate to employ this entity in combat should the inspection turn sour. Alright, so what's this? Summon Topaz. Instant, recastable. Summons the Topaz, orders to execute Glittering Topaz. Rushes target and deals earth damage to opponents of 400. Okay. 4 stacks of earth attunement. Earth attunement affects Gemshine and Precious Brilliance. Becomes earth aspected. 30 seconds. Will only be executed while under the effects of Topaz Arcanum. Carbuncle summoned. Current spell will leave the battlefield while Topaz Carbuncle is present and return once gone. So it's like the Ruby one, except it does 4 earth stacks instead of 2 fire stacks. And enhanced Ether Charge. Grants Ruby Arcanum Topaz Arcanum upon executing Ether Charge. That's complete. Magic. Action learned. Summon Topaz. Okay, so that's here. Fester. And this. This is Gemshine. There's Ether Charge. Ether Charge increases the Ruin. 2 Ruin 3 and 15. Now press 20. Grants Ruby and Topaz Arcanum. Which then we need to do this one and this one. Can only be effective with Arcanum. Can only be effective on Topaz Arcanum. So do both of those in a row. We get a whole bunch of stacks for Gemshine to deal various damage. Don't really know how much the elemental damage really matters. Maybe it'll combine to be of more interest eventually. Then we still have these. Let's activate both of these. Go through all. We summon, spell, spell, summon, spell, 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 spell. Between doing all this, we have time for basic ruins. Ruins even worse or better. And it is off cooldown all the time. Alright. Interesting. Over the rails. Book. It's hard that the Grimoire is worse than the one that we picked up from a dungeon at some point. That's alright. I think Guild Master Thurgam is awaiting the arrival of the inspection party members. That could be me. The mercenaries, Geisfrin and Ershthota, are here to assist with the inspection. Both are old hands when it comes to escorting Clan during her more dangerous duties. Well met, Arctic. My spells are at your disposal. This won't be the first time we're expecting trouble. As long as we follow the Foreseer's tactics and keep a clear head, we'll come through just fine. The Morningstar is preparing to dock in Aleport. We'll meet our first challenge, however, before we even board the vessel. It is almost a certainty that this merchant ship has hired a thug or two to accost us at the pier. Calculate the probability at 98%. The crew wish to avoid attacking us on deck, you see, as that would all but trumpet their criminal intentions to the world at large. And once we do manage to clear the rails, we'll face a deck crowded with armed sailors. For a small party such as ours, the most effective strategy will be to incapacitate individual foes as swiftly as possible. Each moment we down is one less weapon raised against us. It's imperative that we do not allow ourselves to become tangled in multiple, drawn-out skirmishes, lest we be overwhelmed. I call this Stratagem Hammerfall. Strategy is the tool used to manipulate one's situation into the desired reality. Keep those words in mind, Arctic. It is time we departed. Let us regroup before the main gate of Aleport. Okay. Quest accepted. Okay. Gates over here. Everybody's over here. Let us be about our task. Isaac, pray inform the steersman at the pier we are ready to conduct our inspection. Should violence be offered, you to execute Stratagem Hammerfall. Do not forget, your tactics are both your shield and your weapon. Alright. Down here, huh? Hey. You're with the folks from Millen's Gate? Ah, hells, I knew there'd be trouble. Hostile presence. This activated. Charge up with both of those. Blow this guy up. Hey. Well then, I'm certainly glad to see you can handle yourself. You'll find the landing boat just down here at the end of the ramp. I have no part of what comes next, though. He's off. Fly down here. Destination. Known. Right here. We can activate both of these. Proceed. Enter the rails. Deftly handled. Once again, I'm reminded of our guildmaster. Thanks to your efficient response, I'm able to commence this inspection earlier than I had calculated. I should board the merchant vessel out in the bay. Okay. This is just the landing boat. Ershthota, if we would take the rudder, the Morningstar waits. Am I gonna get on the boat? Let me get there. Got some big boats out here. Should tie two together and go fight a sea monster. That's what we did. Anyways. Okay. Since their welcoming party at the pier failed to deter us, I expect with a probability of 85% their arrival will incite further belligerence. Our objective, however, is not to trade blows, but to gain access to the hold. It may behoove us to employ stratagem Hardhead. The aim of our opponent is to buy time so the suspect goods may be tossed into the ocean. I do not intend to give them that time. We will bowl our way towards the cargo hold as quickly as we can. It's a tactic fraught with risk, but one that your presence makes possible. Shall we begin? Alright. Good. I am Forcier, Claya. By authority of Milvan's Gate, I request that you surrender your goods for assessment. Well, now, your timing couldn't be worse, lass. The old door's all rusted up, you see? Bloody thing won't open. You'll have to come back another day after we've fixed the hinges. I'll see that cargo now. Any vessel entering a port of the Solomidza is bound by law to submit to a routine inspection. The law, is it? Lads, I reckon it's time our guests had themselves a little accident. Pitch him over the side. Alright. Duty, commence. Commence stratagem, Hardhead. You. That's nice to get over this way. Activate the firepower. Actually, cast this on somebody that still has some health. Operation Topaz. Earth spell. The Earth spell gets cast more quickly. That's at least something. That is protected. Must have heal the healer. Heal the healer. Amazing. That more. Ruin your day. Get out of the way. I do this eventually. Alright, for somebody up there. Complete. Cleared it. A masterful display. I take. Now we can finally gain access to their cargo. Oof. Over here, then. It's one of the General's limdogs scampering about my ship. You're just like your mistress. Always stick your nose in where it ain't invited. No, it can't be. Ah, recognized me pretty face, did you? Well, you were caught, exiled. And they came back. Forsythia, are you hurt? Can you stand? Stay back. You stay away from me. Forsythia, please calm down. What are your orders? Panic. I've had enough of your whimpering. I've certainly had enough of these bloody books. It's clear you can't learn anything from them. And it's gone. I reckon it's time we got a different kind of lesson. Ah! Alright, now you approach the service. She's fainted. We must withdraw. Quickly, back to the boat. We'll carry the Forsythia. Ah, that's right. You sling on back to your mistress, you worthless curs. Ah. My goodness. We'll take care of Claire. You best return to the Arcana Guild and report to Mistress Themmigan. Okay. I'm sure she's fine. Okay. Forwards. Arcana Guild. Problems. It's good to see you well. I think Gunsman sent word ahead of your travails. An unfortunate turn of events, but considering the infamous Blackheart you faced, you might have fared much worse. Have you heard of the pirate Dosmaga? He was exiled from Los Levensus some years ago, but it appears he has chosen to defy the Admiral's orders. Once more, he dares lay a hand on Forsythia Klein. Poor lass must have been terrified. If I've known Dosmaga was aboard that ship, I never would have assigned her that duty. The successor may require some time to recover. For Klein, that man is a nightmare made flesh. Though her physical wounds will soon mend, there's little we can do to salve the hurt to her mind. Are you concerned? Angry, perhaps? Harness that energy and channel it into your training. I predict we shall be needing your skills again before long. That's complete. Get his inferior grimoire. Not enough experience for the level. A little bit of money. Alright. There you go. We are 91, 90, 89 XP away from level. My goodness. Anything we can do to get experience in town here? Probably not. Lower Lenacia. More baby. Just need to find like one thing. Then we want to head back to actual town. Because that is where we get experience. Morabay. Morabay Bay. Okay. Is that the first thing we see? Not those. Level 16. Yeah. No new recommendations. That's enough, though, for the leveling dungeons. That's a plan. For next time. Goodbye.